So I'm irritated. I'm hot and bothered. I'm pissed. You know why? Because the comment I got to one of my YouTube videos has really got my blood boiling. And it's not the first time, and frankly, it's not the comments that bother me. It's the negativity. It's really a reflection on how the fear porn in the media,
high mortgage rates though and high prices,
has changed people's perceptions towards the housing market. Hi there. I'm Ella Gurfinkel, Senior Loan Officer with Fairway Independent Mortgage at dang near 30 years at this point, and over 2,000 families served, helped into homes of their own. And that alone to me is proof in the pudding that the housing market, no matter what they say, is not dead. For F's sake, I've lived and yes, survived the 2007 crash and what happened after, and when actually there were still buyers wanting to buy. The banks just weren't lending. So this damn comment really got me going. Let me read it to you. Best time to buy a house, all caps, question mark. Somebody's yelling at me, awesome. Studies show it's more expensive than ever. It's harder than it's ever been to get a house, no wonder I'm the first comment. Who are you even thinking? The people who can't afford a house have become the majority rather than minority, so who the hell is this for? And that's to my video about basically education on home buying. So let's take this comment apart bit by bit, shall we? Forget about the all caps. Best time to buy a house. Has it ever been a wrong time to buy a house? Because even in the crash of '07, when properties dropped the lowest they've been in decades, the markets came roaring back. My home now is worth a hell of a lot more, almost twice as much as it was worth pre-crash in '07. The homes, let's talk about Arizona, Florida, the sand states where the crash hit the hardest. The homes crashed, yeah. But guess what? Those homes are now 4- and 5-fold the price of what they crashed to. So how is it a bad time to buy? How do people not understand that home ownership is the only thing, literally the only thing, that actually builds generational wealth? Please show me one millionaire, not even touching the billionaires, show me one freaking millionaire who does not own his real estate. People right now who bought homes are sitting on gold mine of equity. People have never been, homeowners have never been this freaking equity rich as they are right now. They may be cash poor, and I get the inflation, and I'm suffering from the effects of inflation myself too. Yes, the cost of everything has gone through the roof and expensive. And yet we're all collectively sitting on a gold mine of equity in our homes. That equity can be used to either pay off debt, to improve our lives, to pay for kids' education. It can be used to buy another home, to invest in rental real estate, to buy a business, or it can be pocketed, frankly, if you just sold a house. So how is it that it's a freaking bad time to buy? The fear porn, the Dana Alex of the MSN, NBC, whatever, those people have never said anything positive about the real estate market. If you listen to them and pull their clips over the last 20-some years, you will not find a single positive clip, a single recommendation from those people to actually freaking buy a house. But let me ask you, do those people telling you not to buy, do they own a home? So how fucking dare they? Excuse the language, but how dare they? So why don't they the hell sell their own homes? Then they can tell everybody that it's not time to buy. Let's move on to the next part of it. Studies show it's more expensive than ever, yes. And inflation helped. Sarcasm. The inflation drove the cost of homes higher. COVID drove the cost of homes higher, just like everything else. Show me one instance in our recent life of something getting cheaper. I can't, but if you can, please comment below, because I would love to actually see it so I can list it off the next time. Yes, the homes have gotten more expensive. But you know what? When my parents bought their home in 1992, Do you know what the minimum wage was? Yeah, the home was barely over 100K, but the minimum wage was also about $4 an hour. Now, minimum wage in most places is closer to 15 an hour. Naturally, the price of everything is higher. The cost of gas. I remember paying 79 cents a gallon and then 99 cents a gallon. Depending where in the country you are right now, you may be paying upwards of 3 or upwards of 5. So how in the world can the homes become cheaper when a basic like gas to get the materials to the home sites, to get the laborers to the home sites, has gotten exponentially more expensive? That, my friends, is inflation, basic economic education. And yet, it's still your best investment. It is still something that will build your generational wealth. Because yes, if you can afford to buy a house today, average appreciation, historic, forecast, whatever, 5+%. So $400,000 home, you buy it today, next year it's going to be worth 420. And another 20 plus K on top of it the year after. And so on and so forth. Where else can you get that type of a return on your money? Pray to tell. We're not talking crypto. Please do not argue with me on that end, because that's a whole other conversation. I'm not anti-crypto, not the point. However, if we're not touching crypto, if we're not talking risky investments, what secure investment can guarantee that kind of a return, exponential return over time? Only the homes. Now let's look at something else here. If you're not buying, you're renting. Please tell me your rental payment has not gone up over the last few years. And by the way, who gets the benefit of that rent? Sure as hell not you. Because you, my friend, if you're paying rent, that's money down the drain. That's where people who are buying right now actually understand that renting is simply flushing money down the drain. While buying, yes, that payment may be higher when you buy than what you were paying for rent. But again, there are long-term, enormous financial implications for the actual homeowner and their family and the generations to come. Back to generational wealth. Let me tell you something. People can't afford to buy? I'll prove you wrong. Every week, I'm closing purchase loans for my clients, and so are the rest of the people in my office. We're doing an enormous amount of business. The line of buyers is inordinate. I haven't seen that many buyers reaching out to me, talking to me, asking to be pre-approved to buy a home, as I have seen in recent days. Don't tell me people can't buy. Yes, they can. One of my pre-approved buyers was putting an offer in on a property in Vancouver, Washington, $600,000. Guess what? His offer got beat out by 2 higher offers. There are still multiple offers going on. Same situation in Seattle, same in San Diego, same in many other places. So don't you dare tell me that nobody can afford to buy. And no, those buyers are not the minority. As a matter of fact, why don't you look up the homeownership percentage in this country? It's actually been well over 60% for some time now. So no, those who can buy are not in the minority. But maybe the problem is you, Mr. Commenter. Maybe the problem is that your limited belief and you are not understanding the current market or understanding that a home purchase is something you actually prepare and plan for. That's your problem. Do your research. That's why I put out the videos out there every week, showing people what they can do, how they can do it, and try to educate people like you on your options. But no, don't listen. Burn it all down, will you? Moving on. About you being the first comment. Some videos get no comments, and some get multiple comments, so what? But realistically speaking, who said buying a home was easy? Who said anything actually that brings a decent return is easy? Being an adult is not easy. Raising kids is not easy. Doing a job every day is not easy. So why should buying a home be easy? And by the way, it's not as hard as people think it is. Not easy, definitely. Not snap your fingers, click my heels, transport me to Kansas. No, it's not easy. But it ain't that hard. So if you really wanted to know, you could actually find out for yourself. But no, it's easier to shit talk somebody on YouTube, hiding behind the screen. Much of a couch warrior, are we? Buying a home is not a right, by the way. It's a privilege. And it's something that we help people get to, and the goal we help people achieve. And I take a lot of pride in my work. And I take a lot of pride in getting another family and another family and another family into a home that some of them couldn't even dream about. The first generation of first home buyer in a family that never owned a home for generations, that is a feeling you can't describe. But the fear porn in the media breeds the comments like this. And I take personal offense. And it gets my blood boiling, for real, when people say that, because that's not just a limiting belief. That's talk yourself out of buying a home, knock yourself out. But don't you dare talk everybody else out of fulfilling their dreams and taking them down. Because if you have negativity up here and in here, have it. Keep it to yourself though. Keep on walking by. I am here to help people who actually want to do better and want to achieve something. I am here to help them achieve that dream of their life and keep on building on it. You, however, keep on walking. Best of luck to you. I'll see you guys in the next one.